I don't know if we're getting anything Zelda. I'm really not sure. Maybe a remake. Maybe like a Switch 2 version of Breath of the Wild, 60 FPS. Oh, HDR and Zelda is gonna look so good.
Nintendo Switch 2
Edition. Show me the Nintendo Switch 2 edition of The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Breath of the Wild! Tears of the Kingdom!
And also support HDR, which makes the image more vibrant, so you can play with smoother, higher definition graphics.
It's so beautiful.
You can get even more out of your adventures in Hyrule using Zelda Notes.
Zelda Notes?
It's a game-specific service that's exclusive to the Switch 2 editions of these titles.
What?
Guidance activating.
We got Tears of the Kingdom GPS. We got Tears of the Kingdom GPS.
Or you can share your creations using QR codes and send them to another player to create in their game.
I thought we were gonna get that when the game launched. These are actually like the definitive edition versions of Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild. Sure. But that's cool, because there's always been that like website for you to find where Koroks are. This is crazy because it's like, it's gonna actually connect to your game. And like, you'll be able to pull up the map. My family, we have a 4K TV downstairs. A big 4K TV. I gotta try it, you know? I gotta try Tears of the Kingdom. 4K resolution, 60 FPS on a big TV. It'll be like playing a movie. It'll be like playing a movie. Oh, I literally was like, I don't need a Switch 2. I'll wait for a Zelda edition of the Switch 2 for me to buy one. Then I watched this and I'm like, I need a Switch 2.
Load times when warping.
Oh, wait, what? They didn't say that.
The load times when warping are much faster, helping you explore Hyrule with ease.
They didn't say that in the direct. The faster load times? Was I too busy freaking out?
On the Nintendo Switch games, your save data can be carried over.
Okay, they didn't say that either. They didn't say this in the direct.
You can now create 2 manual save data files. So feel
What? You can create a new save file without making a new profile. Why didn't they put this in the direct?
Sometimes it can be tough to locate shrines you haven't cleared or Koroks hiding around Hyrule.
Yes, beautiful. Look at the game. Look at the game is running so smooth. Oh, when you're using Ultra Hand especially, it gets kind of laggy. When you go to Kakariko Village, it's kind of laggy in Tears of the Kingdom. Oh, it looks so smooth. Look at it. It's so beautiful. That would be so cool if it was like in Zelda's voice, like, Link, proceed north. There's a Korok over there. Shrines of Light, geoglyphs, cherry blossom trees, stone slates. Ah, it helps with the quest, the stone slates quest. I spent a long time looking for those stone slates. Stables, villages, and it has percentages of how many you've discovered. That's awesome. You can like oh my gosh, this is so good for people who want to 100% the game. And the cave entrances and wells for the wells quest.
Or to visit certain places, you can hear voice memories.
What? Why didn't they say this in the direct? Why didn't they say this in the direct? I'm actually mad. Why didn't they say this in the direct? I could have missed this.
I found a silent princess in a corner of this desolate room. How many years?
These are stories that weren't in the original game.
That changes everything. That changes everything. Oh my gosh. Are they gonna have that for Breath of the Wild as well? What? You're telling me you can go to a location and then pull up your phone and hear Zelda talk about that location? What? So Hyrule Castle gates, a missing view, sturdy fortifications, the honest truth. Zelda theorists are gonna go crazy. We're gonna get so much more lore and like character development and story. Oh my gosh. Okay, if we're not getting any more games in the era of the wild, I think now with like all this stuff, with like Age of Imprisonment, plus the voice memories having 150, there's 150 voice memories. I want more, I do want more, I do want more. But if we don't get another one, I will be satisfied enough. It's like, I've had my lunch, I'm at the buffet, I've had all my lunch, I have enough room, I can go to dessert. Give me the dessert. If I can, I'll eat all the dessert. But if I'm just gonna have lunch, I'm satisfied with my meal. I do one more though. Another one. At least one more game. Have it be a trilogy of Era of the Wild games, and then a trilogy of Era of the Wild Hyrule Warriors games. Zelda's memories during her efforts to restore Hyrule. Whenever I get a Switch 2, I'm gonna go back to my Tears of the Kingdom save file. I'm gonna 100% the game. Now, I know 100%ing the game also includes voice memories. The brand new voice memories. And also just the Switch 2 enhanced edition with better FPS and better resolution, that's also just great on its own. But then also, like, they didn't need to do this. This is like just giving us extra. They're just being so kind. Voice memories. Zelda YouTubers are gonna have an absolute field day with all the voice memories and age of imprisonment. I am mad that they didn't put this information, the voice memories and stuff, they didn't put it in the direct, because it's like usually after a direct you don't watch all these, like the overview trailers, because you assume it's just the same trailer they showed in the Switch 2 direct, because voice memories are not even something in the game. It's just part of the app.
I shudder to think of what would have happened if Link hadn't led everyone here.
Plus,
What does that mean? If Link hadn't led everyone here.
of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, you won't just hear stories from Princess Zelda.
This altar is considered the most holy place in the temple.
Moraru!
Hearing stories from 2 other characters as well.
Is this the afterlife?
Master Koga! Master Koga! We get Master Koga's story! Yes! Master Koga, and they're actually using like his voice actor from Age of Calamity. Everybody's gonna start playing Tears of the Kingdom again now that we have auto build sharing. Finally! Tears of the Kingdom always needed this feature. The ability to share your auto build creations online. Now you never have to see videos, tutorials on how to build this 356th iteration of the Zonai hoverbike. No, just scan the QR code. There you go. Here's the hoverbike. Man, that's gonna be bad for some people. Everybody's just gonna have the hoverbike right away. I don't know why, I'm just so happy about Master Koga. We're getting Master Koga voice memories. I don't know, it's just cool because that small little feature just changes the feel of the game so much. It would make you feel like less alone while you're exploring Hyrule. I could finally share my stupid item sharing.
Another thing you can do with QR code is gift in-game items to other players.
What? 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 Just add co-op at this point. What do you mean item sharing? Add multiplayer. Do it. You won't. You're just gonna get a message at 3 in the morning. You'll be like, hey, for this quest, I really need 10 pieces of wood, but I don't really feel like going and cutting down trees. Can you please hop on Tears of the Kingdom and send me over 10 pieces of wood? Can you play from the beginning of the game and then I just give you, like busted weapons? I've been farming these dragon parts. Do you want some? I'll give you like half of my dragon parts. Nintendo, you want to do everything but give us an actual multiplayer Zelda. You could do the most busted speedrun. What you do, you get your friend's Switch 2, and then on his Switch 2, you're like at the end of the game. You get the best weapons, all the best weapons you can find, all the best fusions, and then you have another Switch where you start the game from the very beginning. And then right at the beginning of the game, on the Great Sky Island, you'd be like, all right, you transfer over all the super OP weapons into your other save at the beginning of the game, and then you go straight to the final battle, and you have no problem. New speedrun strat just dropped. I assume if you transfer it over to Zelda Notes, then it's like you lose it from your inventory. What?
With Photo Studio, you can edit photos taken in-game.
Why didn't they show this in the direct? Why didn't they show this in the direct?
My play data.
Oh, look at that. Does this only work on Switch 2? Because I want to see my stats like right now.
Even earn in-app medals based on your record.
What?
Aim for new medals and goals, like total distance traveled.
They really want you to replay Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild. It's funny, they're only showing off Tears of the Kingdom, but they said this is for Breath of the Wild as well. All right, ship it out. 100 more episodes of Tears of the Kingdom.
With global play data, you can see where your records rank within the global community.
Oh, what? You got a ranking system? Daily bonus.
Once per day, you can spin for a daily bonus.
What?
In-game effect it lands on for the day. So
What? Activate health or... What? Tears of the Kingdom leaderboards, a daily bonus? They're just like, this completely changes the game. It's like they did Tears of the Kingdom DLC without doing Tears of the Kingdom DLC.
Zelda Notes keeps track of each amiibo you scan. When you scan an amiibo 5 times, you'll get an additional bonus use of that amiibo that you could normally only scan once per day.
Huh, that's so weird. Oh, hey, look at the Switch 2 game cases. They didn't show this in the direct either. It's red like the cards. That's pretty cool. That's an awesome feature to add to expansion pack. Once again, why didn't they talk about this in the direct? I'm so confused.
These new amiibo.
Why didn't they announce this in the direct? What is going on? What are the how many streamers are going through and rewatching? Literally, the only reason I pulled this video up is because I wanted wanted to go through this again. I thought it was just going to be the same trailer. I wasn't expecting a completely new trailer, and what is going on? We're getting new amiibo?
If you scan them in The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, you might receive a paraglider fabric.
Oh, new paraglider fabrics. They did Tears of the Kingdom DLC without doing Tears of the Kingdom DLC. I'm so glad I watched that Switch 2 edition, the Zelda games thing. I'm so glad I watched that. That was not in the direct. The Zelda stuff just took over my entire brain. And then voice memory. That's also huge for just story and extra lore and just extra character building. We get to hear more of like what Zelda thought and what Zelda did, and her like recordings of her thoughts during her trying to rebuild Hyrule. Like that in of itself is awesome. Again, they didn't even talk about Breath of the Wild. Voice memories are coming to Breath of the Wild, and item share.
And then with the treehouse that they did today, they confirmed that you will be able to use the item sharing to transfer items from Breath of the Wild to Tears of the Kingdom and vice versa. Like, what?
So everything except auto build sharing is also coming to Breath of the Wild. Like the Breath of the Wild voice memories, is that going to be after or before Breath of the Wild? You know, is that going to be like 100 years in the past? I don't know. Because getting more story for Breath of the Wild is surprising. And if you like this stream, if you like this direct, and you're looking forward to more whatever Zelda content or Nintendo content that we go through together on this channel in the future, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you know I'm going to upload a video when I'm going to do my next live stream. And links for everything else will be in the description below. And I will see you later, Awesomeites. Goodbye.